Welcome back. For those of you who are returning today, I'm sharing my first book box of 2022 from Coffee and a Classic, and perhaps my last. So stick around and join me for that. This video is quite overdue, but actually I just received this box yesterday. So this is my first book box of 2022. This is the January Coffee and Classic Children Edition box. I just received this in the mail yesterday, as I said earlier, and it is quite overdue. I'm not sure what happened with the shipping. I did receive an email on January 19th that it was on its way, but for whatever reason, it just got here on Friday. So pretty late. Eager to get into this box. I did pay for this box back in December. I vaguely remember what the book is, so without further ado, let's get into the box. Let me get my scissors. It doesn't have the original Coffee and a Classic tape as it usually does. I am not sure what happened with that. This box is being difficult this month. Oh, there it goes. Almost through this tape. So I did cancel my subscription for Coffee and a Classic, and I'll get more into that in a bit, but I want to show you a sneak peek of this box. So there's your sneak peek, and straight away the card is on top. So there's a sneak peek of the card. Right on top, I didn't have to go through any squiggles. Right on top we have, oh, how cool! It was upside down. It's a bag in the shape of a globe. So that is pretty cool for the first book box of this year. I really enjoy that. This is the first time I received a bag of this size. I did get one last year in I think the April book box, the Anna Green Gables book box, and I will leave a link up here if you want to check that video out, because we did receive a bag in that video, but not as substantial as this one, and I quite like it. I actually do love globes, so I really do enjoy this. The next item I'm pulling out right on top again, didn't have to go through too many squiggles, is our beverage. So this is Jules Verne Around the World in 80 Days, so kind of gave you the title there. Decaf Vanilla Spice Craft Roast Coffee from Coffee by Design. So you do get a beverage with this book box, and you can choose. It's between coffee, tea, or hot chocolate. We have been choosing coffee lately, but it's your choice. You can customize that as you wish. So now let me dig around, and the next item I'm pulling out of this box is it seems to be a picture frame in the shape of an elephant, and it's just a bronze color. It has a little stand in the back so you can prop that up. So I'm going to put this right here so we can see that in the frame. And let's see, I think the last item in here is, so this is Around the World in 80 Days by Jules Verne. This edition is by Paper Made Press. It is a soft cover, kind of like imitation, I guess suede it feels like. It's very soft and smooth to the touch. The letters are, the electric blue lettering is embossed, it feels like. The green is pretty, and there we have some landmarks in the background. I've never read this book. I've never even seen the screen adaptation, but alas, there's a little bit of staining on my edition. Unfortunately, I'm going to see if I can buff that out with a razor. Hopefully I can do that. If not, maybe I will reach out to customer service. But as I said earlier in this video, I did cancel my subscription to Coffee and a Classic. It was a decision I made due to some discrepancies in the procedures. I've noticed that sneak peeks have been coming up later and later, and unfortunately, this book box is not that inexpensive. I don't want to be unkind to Coffee and a Classic, but it is a little pricey, and I'm not really wanting to receive a box that of a book that I don't really care for. So I really rely on those sneak peeks, and I've noticed like they've really been a little lax on getting those sneak peeks out. So last month I tried to skip the month because you can do that with this book box, but apparently the system wouldn't let me, even though it was prior to the charge, because you get charged at a certain day of the month for your book box. And in my instance, it's the 15th of the month. It was the 14th, so I felt that I was in the parameters to skip the month, but alas, the system wouldn't let me, so I ended up with this book box. Fortunately for myself, I've never read this book, and so I was interested in receiving it. I'm not sure if I would have chose this particular edition. I mean, it is okay, but I I'm not sure would have chosen it myself if I was at a bookstore or I was shopping online for a book. But I have never read this book, and I am curious to read it. I find it a bit interesting, the subject matter, so I'm fine with receiving the box. And fortunately, the box seems to be pretty good this month. But that isn't always the case. Sometimes, you know, you are, it depends on what you receive, and everyone's different. Everyone, it's subjective. And of course, that's the nature of book boxes. But I really like to receive those sneak peeks so I can know what I'm getting myself into. So like I said, I couldn't skip this box in December, so I was charged for it. I tried to skip February's box, but again, I wasn't able to do that, even though I was the 14th. So I didn't know what else to do but to cancel my subscription. I'm not sure if I will renew it in the future. I'm still debating on that. I've had some ups and downs with Coffee and a Classic. I do like receiving book boxes. I do like Coffee and a Classic. I like receiving classic books. But I don't always trust what I'm receiving, and I don't know if I can always trust what Coffee and a Classic is their business practices. I've had some dealings with them, and there's just been quite a lot of hiccups with this company, so I decided I'll just cancel the subscription, and if the box for February is good and I'm interested in purchasing it, I would do that. But actually, I wasn't too interested in I think the selection for the children's book box for February. I believe it's Story of Tarzan, or collection of Tarzan stories. And for the adult book box, because you can switch your genre, you can either choose a classic or the children's classic. And for the classic book, I believe it was Persuasion by Jane Austen, which I would normally would have jumped for that box, but I recently purchased my own copy of Persuasion about a few months ago, I think in July. I have it right here. So this is my Barnes & Noble's edition of Persuasion by Jane Austen. And I do love the cover and the style of this book. I love the pink. And it also is embossed. I like the end pages. It has a little ribbon marker, if I can get to it. So there's the ribbon marker. It's a pale pink color. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera. It is a bit small, the font. That's my only peeve about this book. But I wanted to get a physical copy of Persuasion back in July for Jane Austen July, and I loved the book, so I kind of overlooked the font size. The more I look at it now, it does irk me a little bit. I wish it was a bit larger. I don't know how come a lot of books are the print is so tiny. At least make it a little bit bigger. I have tried to find large print copies, editions rather, of books that I want to purchase, but most of the time they don't have them, or the edition isn't very pleasing aesthetically. So I'm left with what I can find. So I usually go for pretty editions if I can find them, or very nice soft cover editions, because I like the floppiness of them, and if you can find a really good soft cover, I kind of enjoy that as well. So this one has a look of hardcover, but it's a little stiff, but it's not actually it's not hardcover. It's not oh, I like, here is the inside of the book. I didn't even show you earlier. So that's the inside. It's like a electric blue, like the font on the cover. And this is the title page, so kind of reflecting the cover again of the book. Not sure if this has illustrations. Let me see. No, it doesn't look like there's any illustrations in this book, and the font is a bit tiny. Unfortunately, the margins are pretty nice, so I kind of like that, but this is gonna give me a bit of a headache reading these tiny letters, but what can you do? That's the way they printed it. But I mean, it's okay. I don't dislike it. I wish the font was a little bigger. I wish I didn't get a blemished copy. It does bother my OCD and me. It bothers me. So I'm really hoping that I can buff that out. I forgot that there is a bookmark included in this box, so it's gotta be in here somewhere. Oh, here we go. I found it. So this is the bookmark that came for this month, and it is I don't know, I'm guessing these are illustrations from the story. I am not sure because I have not read this book. So if you read this book and you can see these pictures, leave me a comment below and tell me, are they from the story? I guess I'll find out in a while when I start reading this book. So let's go back to this card. You do get a card with every box. So this is Around the World in 80 Days by Jules Verne. We did get our coffee beverage, but like I said, you can get hot chocolate or tea. And it was the decaf vanilla spice blend from Coffee by Design from Portland, Maine. we got our Bookish, first Bookish item, because you do get 2 Bookish items in this box, was our Good Luck Gold Elephant picture frame. And the second Bookish item is our Globe Drawstring backpack. And our Bookmark, as you see here, I already pretty much talked a lot about this already, so not gonna say any more. I do like the illustration on this card. I always love trains, so I really enjoy this illustration. I wish it was in the book. But there you have it. That is everything in this children's Coffee and a Classic book box for January 2022. All in all, it was an okay box, I guess. For me, I'm not the best box I've received from them, but it isn't the worst. I guess my favorite item from this box is the tote, or backpack rather. I think that I like that the best, even probably a little bit more than the edition of the book. Although, you know, I am very interested in reading the story. I might have to do what I usually do and get a copy on my Libby app so I can read it in tandem, because I really think that the small print is going to be difficult over time. I didn't even see how many pages this was. So I can tell you it is 233 pages, which probably is a lot larger if I was doing it on my Libby app, because the screen is a bit smaller. I read it on my phone. Sometimes I read it on my tablet. But if it's this small print, so it's probably a little bit longer if it was a little more of a fairly decent size print. But looking forward to diving into this story. Haven't read too much this month due to illness, so I have to start getting back into my reading routine. But I really appreciate you joining me for this video, and if you have stuck around till now, I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and possibly consider subscribing for more videos such as this. But until next time, take care. God bless. See you soon. Bye.